Hello everyone, welcome to the week 3 lecture of Academic Listening Strategies 2. As you all know, we've been using the Q Skills for Success, Listening and Speaking, textbook 1 for this class. Today we'll begin with listening 2 of the textbook. So if you have your textbook, please open it to page 10. And if you're using the online textbook ebook, please go to your Oxford Learner's Bookshelf and find this page 10. Okay. And whenever I say, in the last video, whenever I say stop the video here, stop that there and do the activities. So let's see what we have. The listening title for listening to is The Right Skills for the Right Job. That's the unit title. In this unit, you're going to listen to the manager of an advertising company. He is talking to college students about what employers are looking for. What do employers want to find in you when you're looking for a job? As you listen, gather information. Gather means collect information and ideas about what employers want. So you gotta take notes whenever you're doing this type of listening. So before we do the listening, let's look at the vocabulary as preview the listening. Here are some words from listening to. Read their definitions, then complete each sentence below with the correct word. First, let's read it together. Advertising. That's a noun. Advertising means telling people how things to buy. For example, you get a lot of advertisements on television. Nowadays, internet has advertising materials. Assistant is a person who helps someone in a more important position. For example, in your college, you might work as a student assistant. You can help your teacher in a class. Graduate means to finish your studies to a school, college, or university. For example, you graduated from high school and you came to college. In 2 years from now, you're going to graduate from the university, okay? That's what graduate means. If you finish a level of education. Major, the main subject you study in college. For example, people can have economics major. By the way, what major are you? Are you economics major? People can be law major, different majors, okay? Manager, you all know that the person who controls a company or a business is a manager. And resume. Resume is a list of your education and work experience that you send in when you're trying to get a job. Whenever you try to apply for a job, you send your resume. In Japanese, maybe that is rirekisho, which is very difficult for me to prepare in Japanese. So please use these words now. Stop the video here. Please use these words and fill in the blanks from number 1 to number 6 on the next page, okay? 3, 4, 5, and 6 are on the other page. 1 and 2 are in this page bottom here. Please stop the video and write down the correct word there. This vocabulary exercise you will have to submit through Google Forms like you did last week. So you want to take notes, please write them down on a sheet of paper, okay? Please stop here and work on this. Very good. I hope you have done that. So let's quickly see answers. Anyways, you are going to send me your answers, but let's quickly see what answers do we have. So first one, my mother speaks French very well. French was her major in college. Major, so she studied French. 2, Joan got a job as an assistant in a school. He will help the children when the teacher is busy, so he's an assistant there. Next one, let's see what we have is, it isn't easy to get a job in advertising. You need to have interesting ideas and you have to know how to sell things. So if you are getting a job as an advertising agent, it's very difficult. 4, I sent my resume to 10 companies. I sent my CV, that's the word we call that. Only one company called me for an interview. 5. My father is the manager of a large restaurant. He has a lot of employees and he's very busy. 6. I plan to graduate from college next year. Plan to graduate. You all are planning to graduate from college in 2 years, right? So, very good. Please note down your answers and send me through the Google form later. Okay. Next, we're going to do the preview of the listening. In this part, you're going to listen to Mark Williamson, the manager of New World Design Advertising. He's speaking to a group of students about skills they need to get a good job. Check 3 skills areas you think Mark will say are the most important. So in this part, please, we don't have right exact answers, so check which of these do you think Mark will talk about. And then when you finish the listening, you can come back and check your answers, okay? Since it's going to be talking about what kind of skills they need to get a job. So communication skill, do you think you will talk about that? Teamwork, problem solving, creativity, technology, learning, planning, and organizing. Actually, all of these skills are needed to do a good job. But which words does Mark uses in speech? So please work on that. Check your answers. It doesn't have exactly this or that right now, but when you finish the listening, you can double check your answers. Okay, very good. Let's go to the next part. Next part is the listening part. Listen and take notes. So at this point, you should have your paper and pencil ready to take notes. Mark introduces the topic of his presentation. Listen and take notes on the keywords, okay? Just write down the keywords. That way you can complete your previous exercise. Which skills from activity B does he say are most important at his company? So from this, which one does he say? Now you can check that. So stop this video here and do the listening. To do the listening, if you are using the online textbook, ebook, you can simply click on this speaker icon over here. If you're not using this, please go to my doc and you can find listening track, page 11, exercise A, note taking. If you click on this button, Unit 1, you can listen to the audio track, okay? When you finish, come back and play the video. So you're stopping the video. Please stop, listen. So, good job. Probably you have finished listening to the introduction section. Very good. Now, in the next section, you're going to do the main listening. In main listening, what you have to do is identify. Listen to the full presentation, sorry. Listen to the overall presentation and complete the chart with the skills Mark says are important and the example he gives for each one, okay? So Mark says there are some skills required to do the job and he also gives some examples. So listen to the audio again, either with the speaker icon over here or listening track page 9, exercise B and page 10, exercise D from my doc. Or by the way, if you have downloaded everything, so Kokara, you can do listening to activities B and D, track 8. Please do the listening, and when you finish, start the video again. So I suppose you have finished that, you finished the listening, and let's see what kind of answers do you have. So answers may vary, okay? These are some examples. Mark talks about communication skills. For example, able to speak and write clearly and confidently, and speaking with clients in meetings or on the telephone. That's another point, example. And another point is writing emails and reports. So communication skill is very important for somebody to get a job. Another point, skills Mark talks about in the presentation is teamwork. Examples are know how to work with other people to achieve a goal. Whenever you are working in a company, you have other people to work with, so you can work together to accomplish a goal. Second example he gives is listening to others' ideas and opinions. When other people talk about something, you have to listen to them. That's a teamwork. And understanding, mutual understanding. You understand other people's feeling. Third skill Mark talks about is learning skill. That means wanting to learn new things. Always you are ready to learn new things, accept new ideas. Next, being open to new ways of doing things. So if somebody suggests you to do things in a new way, you say, okay, I'll try with that way. And understand that mistakes are part of learning. So people always make mistakes. It's common. And when they make mistake, people try to learn from mistakes. So this is what Mark talking about, right? He talks about communication, he talks about teamwork, and he talks about learning. So that means our answers there should be communications, teamwork, and learning. That's how you check your answers coming back, okay? Very good. Now let's go to the next exercise. Next exercise will be on page 12. Page 12 is uh, based on your note taking and listening. You have already listened to the presentation, you have taken notes. So read the sentences and circle the word or phrase that best completes each sentence. From number 1 to number 6, please choose the correct word from the 3 other words given to you. So please stop the video here, take about 2 or 3 minutes time to complete the exercise. When you finish, come back and check the answers. Okay, I suppose you finished the answer. If you haven't, please finish and then work on the video, okay? 終わるまでには、ビデオを見ないでください, okay? So let's see, what answers do we get? Number 1, Mark thinks it's a good idea for students to think about their future now. Students should not think about money right now. 2, he says a college degree is important for getting a job. Not necessary means not important. The main requirement, but it is not the main requirement. It's important. Okay. Mark compares a company to a sports team. That's why he calls it a teamwork. 4, he says people can get important skills through work and life. 5, for Mark personally, teamwork is the most important skill. That's his personal opinion. Teamwork is the most important skills people need to have to work for a company. 6, when learning something new, Mark says mistakes are the best way to learn. Okay, by doing a mistake, you can learn things, right? Good. So that's the exercise C. Now for exercise D, I want you to listen again. If you are using ebook, click the speaker. If you are not using the ebook, go to listening track on my doc and listen. Listen again. Read Mark's suggestions for how students can develop the skills. Write the matching skill. Okay, you have communication, teamwork, or learning. In these boxes, you have to choose which skill is he talking about. For example, number 1, volunteer at a community organization. Why does Mark think you need to volunteer for a community organization? To develop communication skill, to develop teamwork skills, or to develop learning skills. So please stop listen again and then write down your answers in the box. Stop the video here. Okay, very good. Probably you have finished the working on that. So for this one, I'm not going to give you answers right now, okay? If I give you answers, for example, for this one, it's a teamwork. Volunteer at a group, at a community organization. If you volunteer at a community organization, you can develop your teamwork skills. Likewise, for number 4, make presentations in class. If you make presentations every time in class, you develop your communication skill. Likewise, let's go for number 7. Get a part-time job as a customer service assistant. That way you can develop your communication skill. Actually, I developed my Japanese communication skill by working at a convenience store. I worked at 7-Eleven and spoke a lot. So I'm going to give only 3 answers to you. Rest of them, please provide me answers through Google form, okay? 今まだありません。そう、ここに you will have assignment, then you will get a Google form. そこで答えてください。Very good. Let's finish that here. And next thing we're going to do in today's class is we're going to talk about a video, okay? Here is a career counselor helps people find a job. What kind of advice do you think career counselors give to people? Career counselor means people helping other people to find a job. So what do you think? What kind of help they do? Before we go to the video, let's quickly look at the vocabulary, video vocabulary. You can see that on page 13 of your textbook. Counselor is a person who is trained to help people with problems. You have problem, you go to a counselor. Client is a person who uses the service. For example, if you go to a lawyers, you are a client. If you go to a counselor, you're a client. In other words, it's a customer. 客さん. Strength is your abilities. Useful skills for abilities the person has. Confident, you're sure about yourself. Attire is clothes, okay? Oh, that's a nice attire. Means, oh, that's a good fuku. いい服だね is attire. Promotion is to get a better position in a job, and show up is to arrive. Please show up on time means 時間通り来てください. Show up on time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you watch the video. Since I cannot post the video online on my doc, please watch it here, okay? It's just about 2 minutes. After that, or if you have the ebook, you can do online, okay? After that, we'll do the exercise on exercise B, okay? Let's watch the video.
Hi, my name is Satya, and I'm a career counselor and coach. Satya helps people find jobs. People leave their jobs for different reasons. Maybe they want to change their career or make more money, but it can be difficult to find a new job. Some people spend a year or more looking for a job. They apply for many positions, but they can't find a good one, so they come to Satya for help. When Satya meets with a new client, the first thing she does is ask a lot of questions. She asks about the person's education and their past work experience. She also looks at their resume and learns about their skills, their strengths, and of course, what kind of career they are looking for. She also helps people prepare for an interview. They talk about how to relax and feel confident. And they talk about interview attire, the clothes you wear when you go to the interview. Satya always tells her clients, dress for the job you want. Some clients already have jobs, but they want a promotion. Satya teaches them about networking. That means building good relationships with colleagues and managers at the company. Get to know the people you work with so they can help you reach your career goals. A lot of people worry about losing their job. Satya's advice is show up on time every day, work hard, and keep a positive attitude.
So that's the end of the video. If you want to watch the video again, please do go back about 1 minute in the this video, and you can watch the video again. So after watching the video, You can do 2 or 3 more times. Okay, so watch the video and choose the correct answers to complete the sentences. Okay, you have the exercises there. So when you finish the exercise, write down your sentences. For example, people go to Satya when they want to. So what's your answer? If you get B, find a job, that's a good answer. This exercise also I'll put as an assignment on Google Forms. Okay, so please use the Google Forms menu from assignment section in my doc and complete your exercises. So with this, we come to the end of week 3 class. And let me quickly talk about what we have for next week. What we have for next week is week 4, we'll have unit 1 unit test. Okay, about unit test, again, I will send you a Google form for next week's class before the video, so you can do the unit test using Google Forms, which will be so easy for you. Don't worry about that. So all stuff here for the class today. I hope you will have a good time. Please stay safe, stay home. Goodbye.